Hi Scorpio. We just had a full moon in Scorpio, very intense one. Anyway, this is Glamour Spell Tarot. I guess this is the first time you guys actually see more than my hands and my arms. Not extremely comfortable being in front of the camera, but that's it. Here I am for a short intro to your love reading for June 2020. I'm going to use quite a bit of different decks with different messages from your angels, from your anime spirit guides. So let's get started. When I woke up this morning, I just knew I need to do your reading. I have had this calling. So I'm really curious what's going to come out. I'm using the Akashic Records Tarot. These, I see them more like oracle cards rather than tarot cards. And in general, before all of the readings, I meditate. And with these, I feel very much connected. The messages that come out are just like, whoa. I'm always mind blown when I'm using this deck. So let's see for Scorpio for June 2020 for love, will, wisdom, and mind. I have the Celtic knot here. I feel that you are balancing between your passions, your desires, but you are also using wisdom and common sense and see how you can transform them into reality in order to take the reign of your kingdom. Step into your power, balancing between the fiery energies, the passions, and the nature of your soul, which is water. But you also have here a royal emblem. Will, wisdom, and mind. Maybe you are trying to use common sense, see how you can see which are the steps you need to take in a relationship, how you need to go forward with a relationship. But you definitely want this. This could be you or someone you are dealing with. Keep that in mind. You definitely want this. Well, they say where there is a will, there is a way. And I feel you are trying to use wisdom, which could mean past experiences, right? This is how you gain wisdom. And the power of your mind to transform this, to find this way for your wishes to come true. Well, we need to see it with, in this deck, that's a major arcana card. We need to see it in the context of other cards. Uriel and the Sphinx. I feel that there have been a lot of secrets, a lot of things being buried. The Sphinx has been buried by the Sahara Desert several times and it needed to be excavated over and over and over again, right? The sands of time, they take over everything. I don't know why I said the sands of time, but now I think of this clepsydra type of device. And then you have Archangel Uriel, who is trying to gain wisdom. No, who's actually, the angels know it all, right? More or less. So there is this exchange with the Sphinx. The Uriel is trying to penetrate the secrets, or because the Sphinx has seen a lot of things in the past. I feel it's a balanced type of exchange though. But it's learning from they're somehow both learning from the wisdom of things. The Sphinx can be a representation of a king, right? Of someone who is very much into their power, but they still need the divine. They still need the divine for their wishes to be accomplished. And And it's funny because the cards that came out is 20 and 21. That's a 2 and a 3. And a 3 is your prayers have been heard, your angels are ready to grant it to you, or God is ready to grant it to you, or the universe, or whoever you choose to believe in, right? Very interesting, these two cards, very powerful messages. You have been working on yourself a lot, Scorpio. You have definitely been working a lot on yourself, strengthening your mind, strengthening your soul, strengthening your intuition. And as I say, strengthening, the King of Forces comes out. This is someone who is balancing two worlds, because here you have, so next to this individual, right, in the picture, you have a wolf and a bunny rabbit. I love bunny rabbits. So those are natural enemies, right? But this king here manages to keep them in balance. Everyone is very calm. He's sitting next to this water stream. You look at the sky there, that purple. Purple, it's magic, it's vital energies. Someone has been balancing themselves, someone has been balancing their desires, someone has been listening to their intuition, very strongly listening to their intuition. This is someone who's very much in their power. So maybe someone has been using this time of isolation, this time of social distancing, to be able to step into their power, to figure out what they want, and to not only figure out what they want, but also to figure out a way to get it, right? A way to get it. Seven of Earth. I'm using the Angels Tarot. I feel that the angels communicate very well through this deck, and I'm not using it as much as I wish, but I need to feel the calling to use it. So it's a little bit like that. Seven of Earth. This is the Seven of Pentacles, basically. The only problem with this deck is it doesn't match very well with cameras because it has a glare. So someone has been planting seeds. Someone has been trying to build something. Um, this is a card of very powerful manifestation, very very strong manifestation. But you don't. What you are being told by the angels is that you don't need to worry, right? You don't have to worry. Things are going to happen. Yeah, this is. They have like a very alien type of creature here. Makes me think of Rick and Morty, and all of those creatures. So, but you have this fairy here, a blonde fairy, butterfly wings. Butterflies are about transformation. And you see this weird looking plant has this fruits here with the face of the fairy. This is at least what I think. But you have been waiting. It's like, you start planting something, and then you water it every day, and then you're waiting and waiting and waiting to sprout, right, from a seed. And just when you don't look at it, you suddenly see it sprouted. Page of Air. This is someone who's logical, honest, impulsive, curious. This could be you, or this could be someone you are dealing with. Some information is coming out. Someone has been doing their research. You see there the Sword of Truth. And then we have again this wolf here. You see the wolf? You might need to change your plans. But you have been gathering information in order to figure out the best course of action. And all of these cards somehow speak about gathering more information, waiting, being patient, getting your inner balance. And here it also says truth delivered without tact. Maybe in the past you have let this type of information to come out. That's also a card of spying. But I don't feel it necessary. Maybe someone is spying on you, or you have been spying on someone. See how you can come together with them. But for a fire, you really want this. This is the Four of Wands. This could be related to a marriage, or this could be about coming into union with someone. Could be someone new that you are coming into union. You have been really wishing for this relationship, but you knew you cannot get into this relationship. You cannot make this happen. You cannot set this new foundation unless you get yourself balanced, unless you look inside yourself, unless you have a conversation with your angels, listen to your intuition, balance between what you want and what you have to do in order to get there. Maybe in the past, you have been gathering information in order to see how you can get here. In order to see how you can get here. You have here like this is a dragon. I love dragons. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. You are wanting to build this foundation, but again, this is a marriage card. To me, the Four of Wands is a very strong marriage card. Building something. Maybe you have been trying to see how you could come into union with someone, um, or someone has been doing that. Keep in mind that the roles are interchangeable, right? It could be you or the person that you are dealing with, so feel free to change accordingly. You will know, you will feel it, trust me. You don't need to force it. So, this could be someone that has been trying to step into their power, someone who has been manifesting this relationship with you, Scorpio. They have been gathering more information, and now they have found a way on how to come into this commitment with you, how to be able to set a very strong foundation with you, Scorpio. Let's continue here. But whatever this is, whatever this person has been working on or you have been working on is meant to bring you contentment, peace, abundance. Like that King of Forces, and it's funny because I put these two cards one under each other. This guy is content. This guy has managed to make peace between the two natural enemies, the wolf and the rabbit. Okay, let's see. Unity, yeah. This is a higher power. But this is also very much a card of marriage. This is the Hierophant card. Hierophant card. But this is very much a higher power. Everything is getting aligned by a higher power. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations seek out mentors and like minded friends. To me, this is very much someone has been trying to find a way to come into union with you. Someone has been trying to find a way, and they have been manifesting this for a long time, but they understood they need to gain balance. They need to look deep down inside themselves. They need to gather information, stabilize themselves, be a force on their own in order to be able to come with you into union and become one, right? Unity. Very interesting. The name of the Hierophant here, Archangel Sandalphon. Beautiful. One more card from the angels, and then we are going to go to the other deck. I'm going to use Queen of Fire. Queen of Fire. This could be you or the person that you are dealing with. Don't get stuck into the gender, guys. This is someone who's confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. And it says, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. I feel that. So you are either embodying this type of energy, right? Or this is someone who is ready to go after what they are passionate. They know their value. They have learned what is their value because they have stepped into the energy of the king of forces, right? Now they know how to assert their independence, their creativity. um, they are confident to follow their passions, the things that they are passionate for, and they are ready to fly. It's their time to grow wings and fly. Remember what I was telling you about the butterfly type of transformation? The butterfly transforms from like this little crawling thing, right, which is neither pretty nor it's really not cute. Um, Transforms into this beautiful thing, gracious with wings, right? It was able to fly and turns everyone's heads. Gorgeous. I'm using the Marigold Tarot. I feel I have been very drawn to use it now. I know people might be a little bit sensitive, and because this is all about skulls and bones and stuff like that, but my spirit guides have been urging me to use it. So the second I opened the box to take the deck out, they all jumped out and wanted to talk. So that's when I knew it's like this is the right one to use for these readings. I'm gonna step on someone's sensitivity out there, but that's kind of it. I have to do what I have to do. Five of Wands. There has been conflict in the past. There has been conflict. There has been competition. This is a card of competition. Maybe someone had to choose, had to make a decision over what they want, what they need, what they truly need. Because you see, all of these branches here are trying to sprout. It could be about competing goals. It could be about competition between multiple people. But there is an element of confusion. There could have been conflict. Who reaches to the top? Who is going to be chosen? Maybe someone had to defeat the competition in order to come towards union. Maybe someone had to fight their competing goals, decide what they are going to give the time of day. Am I going to focus on, and as I look at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. But someone's luck has been changing. Am I going to give the time of day to my career, or am I going to or I'm going to focus on family life? But I don't see those as competing goals necessarily, right? Because I think you can do both. Nine of Rings. Someone had to get themselves single. Someone had to get themselves single in order to be able to offer this rose. Someone has been stepping into their power. Someone had to step into their power. Someone had to figure out what they want. Maybe someone has been having a hard time letting go of being single. They kind of like it. They kind of enjoy it. They have everything. And they're like, why? Why would I make the extra effort? Relationships are hard work. Okay, even if you are with the most compatible person on the planet, they're still hard work. It's not, they don't just magically happen or magically last. It's hard work that you need to put every day. So maybe someone has been saying, well, I kind of have it all. I have my career, I have my things. And I think there was a reading I did for you, Scorpio, a few months back where I was telling you it's like all you do is work, 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 work. Go out and play for a little bit. Go out and have a little bit of fun. So maybe for you it was hard, for you or for the other person, right? The person you are dealing with, it has been hard letting go of your independence. You are kind of used with it, you are kind of happy with it, you like to focus on your work, you like to focus on your career, you think that's the most important thing in your life, and you're like, why should I make the effort? But someone has been making a decision, someone has been using their intellect, their logic. This could be someone that has past military background or is in the law enforcement or is a counselor or a lawyer or a judge, right? Someone has been making a decision. Someone is like, you know what? I'm ready. I know what I have to do now. I know which is my course of action. Using a lot of logic. Or maybe someone has been trying to be rational about this, not necessarily. Because I see a duality type of thing here. Someone being very passionate with the Queen of Wands, and someone being very logical with the King of Swords. So maybe this was the inner conflict. It could be about an inner conflict. And I could sense that inner conflict, that turmoil, inner turmoil. What should I do? What should I do? Six of Cups. I feel this is reunion with a soulmate. Six of Cups is about looking back in the past, nostalgia, melancholy, looking back in the past at a time when it used to be more fun, when things were emotionally fulfilling. And I feel that somehow you didn't have that in your life, or the other person didn't have that in their life, and they're reminiscing about that time. It's a lot of nostalgia there, a lot of nostalgia. But again, things blooming, a happier time in the past when things were better, when things were just genuinely better. But I also feel that someone wants to reunite with a soulmate type of energy. This could be someone you know from this life, from your past, or someone who you know from a past life. It could totally be someone you know from a past life. I just love this card. I totally love this card. They're gorgeous. We have again the Page of Swords. And we had it here as well. This was the message from the angels and the spirit guides. They are giving the same message. Someone has been spying, but not necessarily in a bad way. I don't feel it was in a bad way. Someone, more in a sense where someone has been gathering more information in order to make this decision, both from a passionate place but from a logical type of place, something that they would be comfortable with. Using their will, wisdom, and mind. Will could stand for passion, right? Wisdom, the divine wisdom, and we have the Hierophant here, we have the higher power, and we have the angels, right? And the power of their mind with the King of Swords, their intelligence, gathering more information. You have another six, the Six of Rings. This is equal give and take. Equal give and take. Someone has decided what to give time to, um, how to balance things out, how to balance things out, right? Yeah, remember when I was telling you about those competing goals and not knowing what you want to do, and should I'm comfortable with my freedom and I'm comfortable being single, and why should I do this, right? But then someone has been gathering more information, because deep down I feel that there was a wish for this. But I feel that someone was very much conflicted about not knowing if they would be able to do both things well. And we have the Queen of Wands again. Very much aligned the cards between what my spirit guides, your spirit guides, and the angels, the message that they are trying to pass. Balance between your logic and your career, and the things that you focus in your career, and following your passions. And I'm telling you, you can have both. It's gonna take hard work, but everything in life, if you wanna have like pretty things, right? And when I say pretty things, it doesn't mean like I don't say it from a superficial perspective, right? I'm using pretty in a cute way, let's say. So, but if you want to have these things in life, you gotta put hard work in. They just don't magically happen. Seven of Swords. Planning, plotting, strategizing. Planning, plotting, strategizing. Trying to figure out how to make this happen. What to, if you need to cut down some things, cut out some things in your life in order to be able to have it all. Making a plan, going with it. Sometimes in order to have other things grow, you gotta cut out, right? Like when you are planting something and then you need to cut the weeds that grow in order to let your plants grow in a garden. I feel there is the same type of energy, because we as humans have a normal tendency to clutter things. Three of Cups. There might be a third party type of situation, but this is also a celebration. This is coming together. This is another card of reunion. And especially with this card in this deck, you see those two skulls pouring in the third one, and then you have the sunflower. Sunflower is a symbol of happiness. The sun is the happiest card in the tarot deck, right? So, these two cups pouring into one here, and then very much coming together. There might be an invitation. Hey, let's go out, let's have a drink. Maybe someone has been receiving good advice from their friends and they are like, you know what, do it, you can have it all. Do it, you just need to do it the smart way. It will need a little bit of planning, but if this is something that has made you happy in the past, you don't need to sacrifice. You can sacrifice your career goals of love, or the other way around. It doesn't need to be a choice. You can have it all. Well, this is what I'm saying now at almost 34. But if you have heard me in my 20s, when I was only focused on my career, I would have had a totally different opinion at that point. But that's why we gain wisdom through experience. That's why we gain wisdom through experience. Six of Swords, moving away from emotional unfulfillment. We have the Six of Swords, and then we have the Seven of Swords. Someone has been planning on how to move away, how to move towards more calmer waters in their life in order to be able to have this, to have the Four of Wands, to have their absolute wish fulfillment. The Four of Wands is the 1111 card. It's absolute wish fulfillment, to have unity. And I feel that there is a higher power involved in this. There is a higher power involved in this that is guiding this. That is definitely guiding you towards emotional fulfillment, guiding you towards a better place. Knight of Swords. Quick action. So you move from the Page of Swords, where you kind of have been gathering information and trying to figure things out. You are the person you are dealing with. Trying to, now you know what you have to do. Look at him. He has his sword up. He knows what he has to do. He's going to take action. He's going to take action. And then you have the King of Swords. He took action. He's fine with it. And now he can put his sword down. It's the first time I observed this sequence, actually. And you see here the Page of Swords, to me looks a little bit like the Hangman. An awakening. This information that he is gathering gives him a different perspective, putting yourself upside down in order to gain a different perspective on things. Someone is ready to take action. One more card. Take action towards what? Let's see. Take action towards what? Page of Rings. Beautiful. Someone has been learning something new and now is ready in a timid way, in a shy way, right? Is ready to offer something. It might be a message that you receive from this person and they are like, hey, I have learned a lot of things, and this makes me think of Uriel and the Sphinx, right? This exchange of knowledge. Also makes me think of the Page of Swords, where you're gathering more knowledge. I have been learning a lot of things, and now I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to go towards this commitment. And at the end of the deck, bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card. We have the Fool card. A new beginning, new type of energy. Stepping into new territory. He seems to have a wand in his hand, like a magic wand. But he can also use it for rough terrain, right? To find his balance. Absolutely gorgeous. Guys, make sure to stay with me now. The bonus part is starting. This is all for free, the bonus part and so on and so forth. I'm going to use the Lenormand deck. We are going to figure out a timeline for this with the Monology card. And we are going to pick up like a couple of spell cards, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I feel that the Lenormand always gives messages that are more mundane, right? If the tarot is a little bit more about your subconscious and your hidden desires and things like that, the Lenormand is very much crystal clear. When I did the intro for your reading, I have felt very much compelled to tell you how shy I am in front of the camera and so on and so forth. So that gives me this feeling right now that you have been maybe too shy to come towards this person that you want to have something with, and maybe there is a fear of rejection there, because shyness at the end of the day, it's basically a fear of rejection in different ways. You think you are not good enough. At least this is how I feel about it. Wish fulfillment. You are going after your wish fulfillment with the Star card. Wish upon a star. Setting your course. Because to me this looks very much like, yeah, the compass. Star. Going after your wish fulfillment. Maybe there was an element of healing as well that had to take place. heal heal that fear that I was just talking about. And then we have the women. This could be, so if you are a man or a woman, this could be the person you're thinking about, or this could be you making this wish. This could be you making this wish. Take it as it resonates. It's whatever you identify with the woman card or not. We all have feminine and masculine energies in us. But she has received the rose here. She has received the rose. She's happy. Someone might be coming towards you with a gift. Your wish is fine. Wow. This is the heart card. This is the equivalent of the Two of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely union. This is union. Someone is coming into union here. And it's not only coming into union, but this is commitment. This is long term. This is everlasting love. This is your happy end. This is your fairy tale. But you need to pay attention to some details. I'm curious what this is about. Maybe this is about that hard work that I was talking earlier. You know, where you need to put hard work, and even if two people come into union, it doesn't mean that the work is done, right? It's definite work, and you need to pay attention to the relationship to make it grow. Or you need to look in the past and see which burdens you have been carrying around. Which are your flaws? Try to heal your flaws in order to be able to. Someone maybe had to look deep within them, see which burdens they have been carrying around, see how they could heal that in order to make this offer and come into union with someone. One more card. Why is the cross card here? Oh, your luck is about to change. Your luck is about to change with the clover. Luck is on your side. Once you have healed, once you have let go of those burdens, your luck is about to change. Maybe in the past you have had this image of life where you look with a magnifier glass and you only find the hardships in life. But the divine is ready to prove that you are wrong, that you are basically wrong. So let's move to the Moonology Oracle cards and try to figure out a time frame. You guys need to know that the timing is fluid. There are no clocks in the universe. But this deck, I feel, can give us relative hints to the phases of the moon. I work a lot with the energies of the moon, and I'm very much influenced by that. So there is a time for healing. I was just telling you that. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. Someone has been doing a lot of healing. Someone had to do a lot of healing in order to be able to move. It's time to take action. So now that you have healed, don't linger there. Move on. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Maybe someone has made a decision during the new moon in Aries, that's like a couple of months back, right? To take action, to do something about what they want. It's like I'm not just going to wait for things to magically happen, but I'm going to take action. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. So you guys know that there is a 6-month period, right, between the new moon and the full moon. So if someone has decided to take action during the new moon in Aries, 6 months from now, somehow that comes full circle, and the steps that they have been taking, right, for that, you will have the climax of that, and you are going to start seeing results. Very crystal clear. Very crystal clear for you, Scorpio. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. New moon eclipse. Powerful change. Things are about to change. Out of luck. You remember when I was telling you I was shuffling and I saw the wheel of fortune there? Yeah, your luck is about to change. But in order for your luck to change, adjustments are required. You need to be flexible. You will need to be flexible during the third quarter moon. Make adjustments. Don't be afraid to switch things up. Don't be afraid to switch things up. So, for example, if your schedule was working 15 hours a day, right? In order to be in a relationship or to have something meaningful with someone, maybe you need to work only 12 hours a day. Oh, God. We all need to make adjustments in life in order to be able to make space for the things that we really want. And it's important to be able to make those adjustments when you feel is the case. You don't need to force it. You don't need to force anything. But if you feel something needs to be switched up, something needs to be changed, then you have to go after that. Okay, guys, couple of spells here. Lucidity. Wow. Lucidity. This spell brings clarity when you are stuck in a fog. On the new moon, anoint a white skull-shaped candle with a few drops of rosemary oil to invoke Mercury, messenger of the gods. We had a lot of swords energy there. Swords are ruled by Mercury. Their communication, their thoughts, right? And we have the little skull there, as we have it in the background. After anointing the skull, carve the symbol of Mercury and a crossroad at the top of the skull, adding an arrow to each of the 4 points. Anoint your third eye with rosemary oil, tracing the same symbols. Repeat. All channels swing wide open, visions and decisions crystal clear and fully realized. Looking at something with a magnifying glass. Lucidity. Remember when we had the King of Swords? Remember when we had the Page of Swords, gathering more information, trying to make this decision or whatever you need to choose from a place of lucidity. And then Priestess. Oh, wow. Wow, this is a gorgeous card. When a priestess appears, she represents your future enlightened self, a maternal figure, and a source of divine inspiration. Divine inspiration, a higher power. We had a Hierophant. Her knowledge and experience of sacred traditions is a deep pull for those who choose to seek them. On your journey through witchcraft, you will meet many guides and experts, but the true priestess works as a mentor, offering up assistance, performing sacred rites, and taking young witches under her wing. During the full moon, you reflect on priestess energy and think about who embodies that role presently in your life, and ask the universe to send a wise one to learn from. Well, actually, before I opened these cards, I don't know why it crossed my mind. I was thinking, which card in the tarot do I identify with? Because each and every reader identifies with something. And for me, it's the High Priestess. Not that I don't have a lot to learn for myself, but this could be actually a symbol that you guys are watching this right now, and you have received some sort of enlightenment, some sort of guidance. This is what I'm trying to do here, basically. I'm definitely not at the level of a high priestess, maybe one day, and I'm never going to be so arrogant to say it, but that's a card that I identify with. Anyway, guys, This is all I had for you today. Please drop me a comment below and let me know how you have resonated with this reading. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In between, I need you guys to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and tons of love and light.